in the zone. Welcome to the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by the Huntsville Sports Commission. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline now, 256-576-4977. That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's your host,
A little bit of this,
Scott
this
Tyson.
blowout in this game tonight, but can't blame it all on the officiating. Of course you can't. There were a few drops. There were a lot of turnovers. If I could equate it to anything outside of the officiating, I would say the turnovers were definitely the biggest problem. Three fumbles, 2 interceptions. That's what we got at the end of the night, Joe. I mean, it's just been, downhill ever since the game started.
Yeah, it was a rough one for Sparkman. They need to put it behind them. They need to put James Clemens behind them. They need to move forward.
That was a live look in of Sparkman and Bob Jones. The Senators facing an uphill battle tonight. We'll get you the final on that one from Madison City School Stadium. But I'll just say this, if you're a Patriots fan, you are very happy this evening. We just have a final tonight from, I believe, Milton Frank Stadium. Huntsville and Florence. This was a huge 7A Region 4 showdown. Both teams came into the night. Let's get to these region standings here. I've got them over here. Both teams came in really fighting for a playoff berth. Austin started the night 2-2. Huntsville started the night 2-2. Florence started the night 2-2 in region play. And as you might expect, this one a thriller, an epic homecoming for Huntsville. But tonight sees the Florence Falcons leave with a 23-20 overtime win. That one just going final seconds ago. And so if you're looking at the Class 7A Region 4 standings right now, Huntsville falls to 2-3. Florence will move to 3-2. I can tell you, we have some surprises from Class 7A Region 4 this evening. James Clemens, who got by Sparkman last week, started the night perfect in region play, 4-0. They have a game-and-a-half edge over Sparkman and Bob Jones because they have the tiebreaker over both the Patriots and the Senators. But with 2 region games left, Bob Jones still can track down James Clemens for that region title because the Austin Black Bears tonight get by the James Clemens Jets 28-7 the final there. So Austin came into the night needing a win as they were part of that three-way battle at 2-2. They now moved to 3-2 on the year. Jeremy Perkins' squad, you can never count out a Jeremy Perkins squad. They get better as the season progresses, and they are in the playoff mix. So as of right now, James Clemens at 4-1 in region play. We are just waiting the official numbers from Sparkman and Bob Jones, as that one should be going final, if not final right now. Just waiting for the official score. Bob Jones was in control of that ball game. So Bob Jones should move to 4-1 in region play. Sparkman will fall to 3-2. That means James Clemens is just a half a game edge over Bob Jones in the region standings. And if you look at Class 7A Region 4 right now, if you wanted to look at what lies ahead for both Bob Jones and James Clemens down the stretch, this is how it'll be. Bob Jones next week will travel to take on Austin. They will finish up area play at home against Albertville. And as for James Clemens, they will finish region play at home against Albertville next week, and then on the road at Grissom. So we are definitely keeping an eye on Class 7A Region 4. Class 6A Region 8, we got a score in there. For our Huntsville audience, they heard this one on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. It was Buckhorn over Lee tonight, 34-22. Muscle Shoals, the fourth-ranked team in Class 6A. Remember last week they had that thriller double overtime win over Hartselle on the road. Tonight they backed that up with a home win over Decatur, 56-3, your final there. As for 8th-ranked Hartselle, they were at home tonight trying to shake off that loss. They had a high-flying Athens team coming to town. Athens averaging over 42 points a contest. Hartselle gets the win tonight, though, 21-14 over Cody Gross's Athens Golden Eagles. Other scores that we have in for you right now in Class 5A, West Point over Ardmore, 21-14. 8th-ranked Fairview over Brewer, 39-0. I'm just running down some of the scores that we have for you in the books. We're going to go through all the regions. We're going to go through all the region standings here in just a little bit. In Class 4A, Region 8, North Jackson over Priceville, 40-8. Westminster Christian Academy gets by Madison County last night, 48-7. 5th-ranked West Morgan, who still, by the way, has the best scoring offense in the state of Alabama. They get it by West Limestone tonight, 42-7. It's Cherokee County, the second-ranked team in Class 4A, shutting out Fultondale tonight, 35-0. We've got a lot more finals to go. J.B. Pennington over Brindley Mountain, 63-7. Hey, Chad, I know Madison Academy has a final. I just have not seen the final. We'll get you that final. That's all right. Hey.
No, it's 49-6 over Vine.
All right. Wow, that Buckhorn game went forever tonight.
Yeah.
Do they not know that we need as much time as possible?
We need at least an hour and a half.
So, Matt
you know what I mean?
Patterson, if you could play your games a little faster, we'd appreciate that. Hey, that's how we do it. We got 60 minutes on the clock. It's your Woody Anderson High School Football Scoreboard Show powered by the Huntsville Sports Commission. 60 minutes on the clock. The ball is on the tee. We'll kick it off after this.
From Westwood One, inviting you to join me and Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner every Monday this season. It's Westwood One's 45th year of bringing you primetime NFL games, and the schedule is packed with great matchups. Plus, you'll hear Rich Eisen from the studios with interviews and the latest news around the NFL. Don't miss any of the action every week on Monday Night Football.
Thom Abraham here for my friends at North Alabama Mortgage. Did you know that average home equity is at an all-time high, but so is average consumer debt? Even though rates are higher now, you can use your equity to pay off your high consumer debt, student loans, etc., then refi when the rates drop. Don't put off that new home purchase. When rates drop, prices will go up. Buy now and get the best price and then refi when the rates drop. This is the time to talk to the experts at North Alabama Mortgage. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com for more information.
The Huntsville Sports Commission is driven by you, driven by those with grit, determination, and a goal to succeed. This is why we do what we do. The Huntsville Sports Commission promotes an enhanced quality of life in the Huntsville area through sports. We work hard to make sure those who come to Huntsville to compete have all they need to be the best they can be. The Huntsville Sports Commission. We do sports. Find out more at huntsvillesports.org.
Valley Equipment Rental has grown by leaps and bounds over the past year and is adding more and more equipment to their already impressive fleet. Valley is a locally owned family equipment rental business serving the entire Tennessee Valley. They concentrate on the local contractors, building repeat business and specializing in long-term rentals for their local contractors. The benefit of long-term rental is that they stay on top of their assets. If something you own goes down in a field, you have to stop and fix it before you can finish the job. With Valley Equipment Rental, they will fix it on site. We'll bring you another machine.
WCZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Welcome to the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by the Huntsville Sports Commission. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline now, 256-576-4977. That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's your host, Scott Tyson.
Good evening. Welcome into the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by the Huntsville Sports Commission. Scott Tyson alongside Jack Gwathney and Brian Temple. We are in the house tonight. We have got the slew of interns back. It is week 8. Week 8. So the state calls it week 7, but we will call it week 8. Got to be official when we call it here. Here we go. So we're off and we are running. A lot of great games tonight. So it's almost down to the nitty-gritty time. Almost down to that point where teams are going to start taking that big leap towards the playoff positions. They're going to start taking big leaps towards region titles. They're going to start taking those big leaps towards getting a first-round home playoff game. And a lot of teams taking monster steps towards that tonight. Let's start you off with Class 7A.
Class 7A scores.
All right, Class 7A Region 4, we had an overtime thriller at Milton Frank Stadium tonight. Florence and Huntsville. This one going the way of the Florence Falcons. They travel over to Huntsville. They get the overtime win over Huntsville 23-20. That win, it was big for the Falcons' playoff hopes. All is not lost for Huntsville. There's going to need some help and some wins down the stretch. Sparkman, after starting the year on fire, now has dropped back-to-back games, both coming inside Madison City School Stadium. Tonight, Bob Jones gets the best of Sparkman, 31-13, your final. The surprise of the night, for some, may come from the River City. The Austin Black Bears at home tonight. Jeremy Perkins and company taking on a 4-0 James Clemens Jet squad. They are no longer undefeated in region play, though. The Austin Black Bears growl big tonight. They get a 28-7 win over the James Clemens Jets. And the Grissom Tigers, they pick up their first region win of the season as they down the Albertville Aggies on the road tonight, 13-12. All right, let's slip into Class 6A.
Class 6A scores.
All right, Gadsden City with their feet up on the couch tonight. Region play bye week for the Titans. So they would watch Fort Payne and Hazel Green meet. Fort Payne making that trip over to Hazel Green. And the Wildcats, they get a 35-14 win over the Trojans. With that win, Fort Payne equals their region mark at 2-2. May Jemison, oh my bad, Gadsden City was in action tonight, my bad on that. Gadsden City travel at home tonight, taking on May Jemison, and the Titans do get a 42-13 win over the Jaguars, so they improved to 4-0 in region play. May Jemison falls to 1-3. Buckhorn at home tonight, taking on the Lee Generals. The Lee Generals started the night in second place in the region. They would get tripped up by the Bucks 34-22. So Lee falls to 2-2 in region play. Buckhorn with the win. They move to 2-2. So you're up to the minute. Class 6A Region 8 standings look like this. Gadsden City remaining perfect in the region at 4-0. Then you have a log jam at 2-2. The Lee Generals, Fort Payne Wildcats, and the Buckhorn Bucks all at 2-2 in region play, followed by May Jemison and then Hazel Green. That is your Class 6A Region 8 standings. We will go over the future schedules and what it may look like here down the stretch. But spots 2, 3, and 4, oh boy, they are up for grabs right now. Who wants that home playoff game in round one. Right now, Gadsden City right there, they've got the region title. They will be at home in round one of the playoffs. Who will join them? Will it be Lee, Fort Payne, Buckhorn? We will find out in the coming weeks. Class 6A, Region 7 we go. The Muscle Shoals Trojans, they moved to 4-0 in region play thanks to a 56-3 win over the Decatur Red Raiders. Decatur falling to 1-3 in region play. Hartselle, they moved to 3-1. They take a huge step to being at home in round one of the playoffs. Athens falls to 2-2, 21-14 the final there. Coleman, just got to get that Coleman-Columbia score. Coleman could move to 2-2 on the night, and so that would set up Muscle Shoals right now. They have the inside track to the Class 6A Region 7 title. Hartselle right now in good position to be at home for the playoffs. They are at 3-1, followed by Athens at 2-2, Decatur 1-3. If Coleman is victorious tonight, they would move to 2-2 in region play as well. So there would be a battle for that third and fourth playoff spot between Athens and Coleman right now. All right, let's go into Class 6A Region 6. Chad, I don't have anything on my papers. I'm sure you probably do. Center Point, Pinson Valley, Shades Valley, Pell City.
Do have Shades Valley, Pell City. Shades Valley was a winner. 3 best of over Pell City, 24-21.
All right, 24-21. And then what do we have? Okay, let's move. What do we have for Clay Chalkville and Huffman?
Last time I saw it was 65-0 at halftime.
Oxford.
So it could be a final.
Oxford in the clubhouse right now, 4-0 in that region. They are well on their way to meeting Clay Chalkville for the region title. And I think at the beginning of the season, everybody would have predicted that Oxford and Clay Chalkville would be right there. Center Point and Pinson Valley, just waiting the outcome there. Center Point 3-1 on the night. Pinson Valley came in 1-2. Shades Valley with the win right there moves to 2-2 in region play. Pell City still in search of that first region win there. All right, let's go into Class 5A.
Class 5A scores.
All right, Class 5A Region 8. East Limestone, Lawrence County. What do we have on that one?
Lawrence County was a winner, 43-22 over East Limestone.
All right. Then we have West Point, a 7-point winner over Ardmore, 21-14. And 8th-ranked Fairview shuts out Brewer tonight, 39-0. So in Class 5A Region 8, boy, oh boy, just like it was last year, we have got a monster showdown brewing between Russellville and Fairview. Both of them perfect in region play. Both of them now 4-0 in region play. Lawrence County with the win tonight. They move to 4-1 in region play. Brewer falls to 2-3. West Point with the win over Ardmore moves to 1-3. Ardmore falls to 0-4, and East Limestone falls to 0-4 as well. So right now in Class 5A Region 8, Russellville, Fairview, and Lawrence County look good for the playoffs. Brewer and West Point, looks like it could come down to either Brewer and West Point getting in there into the playoffs as your 4th seed. We'll have to wait. Let me look at that schedule and see what we have coming up in Class 5A Region 8. Class 5A Region 7, we got a pair of games there. Scottsboro on the road at Sardis and Boaz at Arab.
Scottsboro was 20 better than Sardis, 41-21. Arab all over Boaz, 63-35.
All right, I will update you on those region standings here in a little bit. Class 5A Region 6.
The only score right now that I have that is a final, Moody was a big winner, 60-0 over St. Clair County.
All right, so we have Springville on the road at Lincoln and Leeds playing host to Alexandria. We will get you those finals in a second. Class 5A Region 4, do you have anything in there?
The only one that I could find that was a final, Central Clay County 48 blanked Sylacauga 48-0.
All right, of course, Central of Clay County, the 3rd-ranked team in Class 5A. They remain perfect on the year. They'll move to 7-0. Of course, Gulf Shores, your top-ranked team in Class 5A, followed by Ramsey. All right, let's go into Class 4A.
Class 4A scores.
All right, we've got 4 games on the docket in Class 4A Region 8. North Jackson, a big winner tonight over Priceville, 40-8. That is huge, simply because at the beginning of the night, Priceville started the night 4-0 in region play, trailing only. They were trying to keep pace with Westminster Christian Academy, and they fall tonight. So Priceville falls to 5-1. That is huge for Westminster Christian Academy. They get a 48-7 win last night over Madison County. St. John Paul and New Hope, that one hasn't gone final. It's probably
Nothing
gone
yet.
final. We just have not got the final.
Have not found anything.
And
on
then
that
Randolph and DAR.
I think they finally gave me a final on that. Randolph was a winner 75-13 over DAR.
All right, that's a big win for David Lloyd and company because they moved to 4-1 on the season in region play. So Westminster Christian Academy leading Class 4A Region 8 right now. North Jackson with the win. They are 2-3. Madison County 1-4, and DAR still in search of that first region win. Westminster Christian Academy, we know now that's going to be awfully tough for them to not win the Class 4A Region 8 region. Priceville and Randolph, well, they'll have to battle for that first round playoff game at home. That really helped the Raiders. New Hope, North Jackson, they're going to be battling for that 3rd and 4th spot. It could come down between New Hope, North Jackson, and possibly St. John Paul to see who gets in to the playoffs. Class 4A Region 7, East Lawrence, a winner over Wilson tonight, 34-28. It was 5th-ranked West Morgan over West Limestone, 42-7, and Brooks over Rogers, 28-14. Deschler and Central Florence, there's been plenty of points on the board in this one. Do we have a final yet?
Yeah, it was a crazy one. Deschler was 10 better, 57-47 over Central Florence.
Yeah, I knew there was a ton of points in that one, over 100 points combined between the two. All right, Class 4A Region 6. I've got 2nd-ranked Cherokee County, 35-0 over Fultondale. What about Etowah and Hanceville?
Etowah, a big winner, 49-14 over Hanceville.
And then Asheville on the road at Good Hope tonight.
Good Hope 41, Asheville 13.
All right, so Good Hope, a big winner over Asheville, 41 to 13. That is, of course, in Class 4A. Class 4A Region 5, Corner and Oak Grove. Do we have any of those? Dora Hamilton, Haleyville, Curry, Northside, Cordova.
Dora Hamilton 62-40. Dora over Hamilton. And
okay.
Haleyville over Curry 53-20.
All right, we are rolling. So I told you we have a lot of scores tonight. Class 4A Region 4. Have we have anything from Class 4A Region 4?
Yeah, I've got actually a good bit. From Class 4A Region 4, I've got Hanley 51 better than Talladega 13. Jacksonville 58, Munford 14. White Plains 41, Claiborne County 10. And that rounds off Class 4A Region 4.
Let's get into Class 3A.
Class 3A scores.
All right, Elkmont at home tonight taking on Clements. The Red Devils looking to do something they have not done for a while, and that's get into the playoffs with a win. And the interns busy, and I mean busy, trying to track down Chris Bunio and company to figure out if we can get a final on Elkmont and Clements. 256-576-4977. What about Colbert Heights and Colbert County? Yeah, and then not the top-ranked team in Class 3A, Mars Hill Bible, taking on Phil Campbell. That one was actually played last night. And just got to see if I can get that final here. I do have it in front of me. 62-6 was the final there. Mars Hill Bible over Phil Campbell. Class 3A Region 7, 3rd-ranked Madison Academy, a winner tonight over Vinemont, 49-6. And J.B. Pennington over Brindley Mountains, 63-7. Danville blanks Asbury, 46-0. Class 3A Region 6, your 7th-ranked team is Sylvania. They were taking on Plainview last night. They get a win, 42-8. Hoax Bluff over Ohatchee, 35-6. and Glencoe and Piedmont.
Piedmont a winner 58-12 over Glencoe.
All right, there we go. Class 3A Region 4, Saxon Weaver. Walter Wellborn, Randolph County.
Walter Wellborn 5 better than Randolph County, 30-25.
All right, and then Beulah and Childersburg. Have we seen one there? All right, we are trying. The interns are letting us down tonight, okay? They are letting us down in a big way. I tell you what, 10:15, let's get a break in. Our first break here of the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show. When we come back, we'll pick the scores up, and we will start running down some of these region races, as this is the Week 8 edition of the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by the Huntsville Sports Commission.
Did you know the state's top-ranked private school is here in Huntsville? What about one of the nation's few Orton-Gillingham Academy accredited schools? At Randolph School, our experienced teachers and coaches challenge and nurture students as they prepare for college and life. Our pre-K through 12 school includes Greengate School at Randolph, serving students with dyslexia. Parents, we know that you are your child's biggest advocate, and we invite you to explore your education options. Schedule a tour at randolphschool.net.
Thom Luganbill here for my friends at Woody Anderson Ford. Bobby White and his team take great pride in their service department, and you can see it the moment you walk into those beautiful new service lanes. And just like a championship team, they all work together to make sure your experience is second to none, whether you drive a Ford or not. Also, check out the gold certified pre-owned inventory at Woody Anderson Ford for great deals every day. Stop by and see them at Jordan and Sparkman or at Woody Anderson of Madison on Hughes Road, or visit WoodyAndersonFord.com.
This is Wes Neighbors sitting here with Philip Love of not only Eagle Installation, now he represents Eagle Companies. Eagle through the years have added several companies to help individuals or builders through their construction renovation process. Eagle is known to represent quality, efficiency, and professionalism. Philip, I know you do insulation, but do you do masonry?
We do.
Do you do grading, erosion control, and dirt hauled off?
We do.
Do you do after paint, which includes shower doors, mirrors, shelving blinds, and bath hardware?
Yes, we do, Wes.
Do you do landscaping and irrigation?
Yes, we do.
So basically, Eagle can help you all along your process of building your house or doing renovations. So do you do plumbing?
We do not, Wes, but we can find somebody to do it.
Just give them time. They'll be there. Anyway, call Eagle Insulation at
256-755-1556.
Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money. Call Eagle today.
Thanks, Wes.
Our Falcons play here.
If you want to be really blunt going into year 3, it feels like a real team around here in Flower Branch.
Our Falcons are ready to battle all season long. Get your next game Sunday. Our Falcons are back at home as they get ready for a matchup with the Washington Commanders. Catch each and every Falcons game here.
Listen to the Commanders take on the Falcons right after the Bama Recap Show with Steve and Drew. Week 6 action, noon Central Time on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
Have you ever turned your back on God? Have you ever absolutely known the right thing to do and just turned around and walked away in disobedience? I know that I have. Aren't we thankful for our great and merciful God who loves us and forgives us and remembers our sin no more? I'm so thankful that His mercies are fresh every day. I need that, and I suspect you do too. Hey, I'm John Dees, pastor of Cross Point Church, and if you're looking for a church home, come see us. We're smack dab across the street from the YMCA in Madison, and check us out at cpcfamily.org.
Listen each Friday to the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by the Huntsville Sports Commission on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
There you go. Music bringing us back. Hard to believe. that several of our teams after tonight will only have 2 games left in the season. The Austin Black Bears with a win tonight over James Clemens, 28-7 the final there. The Austin Black Bears have just 2 games left in the season, both region games. One at home with Bob Jones, one on the road at Huntsville. Hard to believe that several of our teams have played 80% of their regular season games. Class 7A Region 4 is no more clear tonight than what it was when we started the night. In fact, it's a little bit more of a mess. Thanks to the Austin Black Bears getting by the James Clemens Jets tonight, 28-7. Other Class 7A Region 4 games, Florence an overtime winner over Huntsville. Bob Jones a 31-13 winner over Sparkman. And Grissom a 13-12 winner over Albertville. The reason why I say it's a mess, because it's a mess. James Clemens 4-1 on the night, or on the season now in region play. That also means Bob Jones is 4-1 in region play. But if the season ended tonight, James Clemens would be your region champion. They would be at home for round 1 of the playoffs. Because the Jets back in week 3 got a 40-13 win over Bob Jones. So right now, James Clemens owns the tiebreaker over the Patriots. Sparkman 3-2 on the season. Austin 3-2. So courtesy of Sparkman's win over Austin, the Sparkman Senators right now would be in the 3 spot. They would be on the road in round 1 of the playoffs. Austin, as of right now, would be in the playoffs at 3-2. They would be your 4th seed in the playoffs right now. But you've got Huntsville right there at 2-3, and then you have Florence in there at 3-2 right now as well. My bad. Florence, I believe, would get into the playoffs because Florence got by Austin 20-7. So I believe right now it would be James Clemens, Bob Jones, Sparkman, and Florence. Austin, though, doing themselves a favor with the win tonight. A big 28-7 win over James Clemens. And so that is where we go right now. Austin head coach Jeremy Perkins joining us now on the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show Hotline. Coach, congratulations on the big region win tonight, a 28-7 home win over James Clemens.
Well, thank you. I thought we played well against a really good football team.
Yeah, and that's the thing. James Clemens came in with a lot of momentum off that win against Sparkman a week ago. Coach, but your guys, you look at the season and how it's progressed, it seems like you guys have gotten better each and every week.
Oh, we have, and we played well early in the season some as well. We just, we had a couple mishaps here and there and found ourselves in a hole. But our kids have stayed the course, and they're working hard, and they believe. And we're a talented team, so it's showing up.
Well, Coach, 28-7. What kind of went right for you tonight out there?
Well, we started off well. We hit them on a post route on the first play that got down inside the 5 and then punched it in. So, it was huge to take the momentum and for our kids to build confidence. I thought we played outstanding defensively. They forced a lot of 3-and-outs and really didn't give much. James Clemens couldn't ever bust out on a big play. They have some explosive receivers, and we did a good job pressuring the quarterback and not letting them hit us deep. And, we played well and solid in all 3 phases. So.
Anybody, without going over the film, anyone kind of stand out to you tonight?
Well, our whole defense and our defense coordinator, Coach Welch, Kente Welch, did an outstanding job, had a great plan. Our defensive staff had a great plan. our kids executed really well. We tackled well, which was big. So, I can't pinpoint anybody specifically defensively. It was all everybody involved. And then and Gavin Fuquay, the running back, hit some big plays. Our offensive line played well against a very talented defensive line of James Clemens. And, just Kenneth Joshua, another running back, also a receiver, made a couple of big plays in the passing game. And it was a good team effort.
Well, that win tonight puts you right there in the mix for a playoff spot with 2 region games left to go.
Yeah, I mean, it gives us a chance to control our own destiny. I really believe that if we win out, then we have a chance to finish second and host. And there's still a lot of football left to be played. There's good teams that are going to be matched up in the next 2 weeks. We'll play a good Bob Jones team next week, who's kind of found their way after having some issues with quarterback injuries. They're obviously playing really well right now to beat a good Sparkman team. And then we'll play a good Huntsville team that took Florence down to the wire.
Jeremy Perkins, head coach of the Austin Black Bears, kind enough to join us. Coach, congratulations on the win. Enjoy this one and get ready for next week. Again, a talented Bob Jones team.
And thank you.
Thank you, Jeremy Perkins, head coach of the Austin Black Bears. His team, again, victorious tonight, 28-7 over James Clemens, and that just kind of muddies the waters there in Class 7A Region 4 a little bit. All right, let's dip into Class 6A.
Class 6A scores.
All right, Class 6A Region 8 we go. Fort Payne, a 35-14 winner over Hazel Green. Gadsden City, a 42-13 winner over May Jemison. And then it's Buckhorn, a 34-22 win over the Lee Generals. And then in Class 6A Region 7, 4th-ranked Muscle Shoals, no problem with Decatur tonight, 56-3. And it's 8th-ranked Hartselle over Athens, 21-14. And it's Coleman getting the win over Columbia. So if you were looking at the region standings in Class 6A Region 7 right now, this is how it unfolds. You've got Muscle Shoals still perfect on the year, or in region play, and perfect on the season as a whole. Scott Basden's group, they are big and they are talented. Hartselle, they are 3-1. They are a game and a half, though, behind Muscle Shoals. Muscle Shoals has that tiebreaker thanks to last week's double overtime win over the Tigers. And then you have Coleman and Athens at 2-2 on the year. And then Decatur, 1-3 in region play, followed by Columbia at 0-4. So right now, Muscle Shoals, Hartselle, Athens, and Coleman should be your 4 playoff teams in Class 6A Region 7. But remember what Coach Jeremy Perkins just told us. There is a lot of football left to be played. Despite some teams only having 2 to 3 games left in the year, there are a lot of games that will go a long way still in deciding who gets to the playoffs in Class 6A Region 7. In Class 6A Region 8, we gave you those scores. The up-to-minute standings look like this. Gadsden City out in front at 4-0. Then you got Lee, Fort Payne, Buckhorn, all there at 2-2, followed by May Jemison, Hazel Green at 1-3. As of right now, Gadsden City, Lee, Fort Payne, and Buckhorn would be your Class 6A Region 8 4 playoff teams. Gadsden City would be at home for sure because of their region championship. It's going to come down to tiebreakers between Lee, Fort Payne, and Buckhorn as of tonight. But that region will also play its way out. Buckhorn has Gadsden City next week. We'll run down the rest of the schedules for you right there. All right, I want to dip into Class 5A.
Class 6A Class 5A scores.
All right, Class 5A Region 8 we go. Lawrence County, a 43-22 winner over East Limestone. West Point, a 21-14 winner over Ardmore. And 8th-ranked Fairview shuts out Brewer tonight, 39-0. Russellville and Fairview atop the Class 5A Region 8 standings. Both of them 4-0 in region play. Lawrence County 4-1, Brewer 2-3, West Point 1-3. Oh man, you want to talk about a game right there? Let's take a look between Russellville and Fairview to let you know when you need to circle your calendars for that one. And that's going to be on the 27th of October. Russellville, they were off this week. Next week, Russellville will be at home against Ardmore. And then on the 27th, they will welcome Fairview. If Russellville gets by Ardmore next week, that'll set up a region championship winner-take-all game between Russellville and Fairview. Next week, Fairview will be at home against Lawrence County. Lawrence County, again, a 43-22 winner tonight over East Limestone. Lawrence County, they are 4-1 on the region campaign. Wow, this is good. I mean, we are getting right down to it in Class 5A Region 8. Let's go to Class 5A Region 7. Pair of teams there. Scottsboro gets a win tonight, 41-21 over Sardis. So Scottsboro moves to 3-1 on the year. And then Arab, big over Boaz tonight, 63-35. Gunnersville in the clubhouse right now. They are still perfect in region play. Sardis falls to 1-2. Boaz going to fall to 0-3. So as of right now, Gunnersville would be leading the Class 5A Region 7 because they are still perfect on the season in region play. I'm trying to do this as I'm trying to look at the schedule for Gunnersville here. Gunnersville, of course, open this week. Next week, they will have Arab at home. Then they will wrap up region play on the road at Sardis. Those are the remaining two games for Gunnersville. As for Scottsboro, Scottsboro wants that first-round home playoff game. They will have Douglas next week to wrap up region play. So if Scottsboro gets a win, they have already owned a 28-14 win over Arab earlier this year. If both Scottsboro and Arab find a way to win next week, if Arab would have to get by Gunnersville, then that would make a ginormous mess of the 5A Region 7 standings. We would have a three-way tie atop the region standings between Arab, Scottsboro, and Gunnersville. But if Arab would trip up, Scottsboro gets a win. Scottsboro pretty much has wrapped up a first-round home playoff game. Gunnersville, they are 3-0. They need to get a win for a region championship next week over. Oh boy, this is fun. I'm just doing this on the fly, and so my math could be a little bit wrong, but usually we're about 98% correct. There's always that margin for error in these state tie-breaking systems. Class 5A Region 6, Chad. Have we got Springville, Lincoln, Alexandria Leeds yet?
So I did get a Springville-Lincoln score, 38-20. Springville was a winner. I am still trying to find a final on the Alexander Leeds game.
All right. Class 5A Region 4, Tallahassee Valley. Have we?
Yes,
okay.
Valley was a winner, 48-14 over Tallahassee.
And then what about our last one there, Elmore County and Beauregard?
I still haven't found a final on that. I think I've seen it still in progress.
All right. Let's go into Class 4A.
Class 4A scores.
Priceville and North Jackson, that has to be the big one of Class 4A Region 8 tonight. North Jackson goes on the road at Priceville and gets a win 40-8 over Priceville tonight. Westminster Christian Academy, of course, a 48-7 win over Madison County. Randolph, a big winner tonight over DAR, 75-13, your final there. St. John Paul II and New Hope, we got one?
I think we have a final, 68-37, St. John Paul II.
All right, St. John Paul II gets a win tonight, 68-37. I'm going to try to update those for you on the fly here. So they moved to 2-3. New Hope falls to 2-3. So what I have on paper, Westminster Christian Academy 5-0. They take a ginormous step last night for a region title as well as a first-round home playoff game. They've won 6 in a row. Priceville and Randolph will end the night both 4-1 in region play. Then you have a logjam. New Hope, North Jackson, St. John Paul, all at 2-3 in the region. Madison County 1-4. DAR still in search of that region win. And if you go inside, let me just pull up what lies ahead for our top 3 teams for the remainder of the region play. Westminster Christian Academy will be at home next week against Priceville. Now, if Westminster Christian Academy gets that win, the region title, I believe, is theirs. That would give Westminster the region title. Now, that would also open the door for Randolph to sew up a first-round playoff game at home. They would have New Hope next week, and if that were to happen, if Randolph would get a win, Westminster Christian Academy would get by Priceville, Randolph would slip in there. They'd be the 2 seed. Priceville could be the 3 seed. And then you've got between New Hope, North Jackson, and St. John Paul there for the 4th seed. And let's not forget, even though they only have they're 1-4 right now, Madison County does have North Jackson and St. John Paul left on the schedule. So if Madison County could somehow get 2 region wins, they would finish 3-4. They are not out of the playoff picture yet, is Madison County. So Class 4A Region 8 is a work in progress, to say the least, this late in the season. All right, we got to get a break in, I believe. 10:37. Yes, we do. When we come back, we'll run down some more scores for you, plus more region standings. And you never know who's going to join us on the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by the Huntsville Sports Commission.
Thom Abraham here for my friends at North Alabama Mortgage. Are you thinking about home improvements? Well, use your equity now and refi later. Or use your equity to eliminate consumer debt forever, then refi to a lower rate and shorter term when rates drop. North Alabama Mortgage can also help you if you're thinking about buying an investment property or a second home at the lake or the beach or in the mountains. We have great programs to make that happen. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com to learn more. That's NorthAlabamaMortgage.com.
The Huntsville Sports Commission is driven by you, driven by those with grit, determination, and a goal to succeed. This is why we do what we do. The Huntsville Sports Commission promotes an enhanced quality of life in the Huntsville area through sports. We work hard to make sure those who come to Huntsville to compete have all they need to be the best they can be. The Huntsville Sports Commission. We do sports. Find out more at huntsvillesports.org.
Did you know that Valley Equipment Rental also specializes in day and weekend rentals to homeowners? The weekend rentals is by far the best deal that they offer. If you pick up after 2 on a Friday or anytime Saturday morning, it's not due in until Monday morning before 8 a.m. for a one-day charge. For a small fee, Valley can even haul anything they carry. Valley has extremely experienced and knowledgeable staff that can help you decide what size machine you need or what type of machine you need to get your job done like a pro. They have all the big items that the contractors need for their jobs, but they also carry the small tools that can help you with your DIY project. More importantly, Valley is locally owned and operated, which means when you have an issue, you can get someone on it right away, right here in the Valley. Heck, ask for Ross Roberts, the owner, if you like. Try calling one of the big box national outlets and ask for the owner. That's if you could even get through the automation. Buy local. Buy Valley Equipment Rental. Valley Equipment Rental has 2 locations, one on the North and South Parkway. Learn more at valleyequipmentrents.com.
Did you know the state's top-ranked private school is here in Huntsville? What about one of the nation's few Orton-Gillingham Academy accredited schools? At Randolph School, our experienced teachers and coaches challenge and nurture students as they prepare for college and life. Our pre-K through 12 school includes Greengate School at Randolph, serving students with dyslexia. Parents, we know that you are your child's biggest advocate, and we invite you to explore your education options. Schedule a tour at randolphschool.net.
Don't let your back or neck pain get in the way. Get back to doing the things you love with the spine and neuro team from Huntsville Hospital. As the most experienced in the area, we have been improving lives in North Alabama for more than 50 years. Whether your favorite fishing hole is on Wilson Lake in the Shoals, Flint Creek, or Lake Gunnersville, Spine and Neuro is nearby to get you back to your best. Visit us online at spineandneuro.com to learn more.
Built to win.
Touchdown, Alabama!
Built for championships.
Throws intercepted, Alabama.
Built by Bama.
Alabama is still Alabama.
The Crimson Tide play here. Join us Saturday as the Crimson Tide take on Arkansas in an SEC showdown. Our coverage begins at 8 a.m. on your home for Alabama football.
Listen to Alabama football all season long on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This is Eli Gold, your home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, and ESPN Radio is 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Hi, welcome back to the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by the Huntsville Sports Commission. Time is winding down as we finish our third quarter here. The Scottsboro Wildcats, they are winding the night down as they were victorious tonight. Was Scottsboro over Sardis 41-21 on the road. Their head coach Chris Bell kind enough to join us on the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. Coach, congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you. The kids played well, and just we had a great week of practice, and we came out. Sardis is much improved. B.J. Brooks is doing a fantastic job over there, and has his kids playing really hard, and you can tell they've got a plan, and it was a good win for us. I don't know that I was expecting them to be as good as they were at the beginning of the year, but we're thankful to get it.
Talk about your team a little bit. What kind of stood out to you the most tonight?
Well, I think the big thing offensively is we, kind of reestablished, who we are. I thought last week we probably let Gunnersville just take us out of our game a little bit. They certainly, we didn't get the fullback established last week, and some of that's what they did. A lot of that was just me not, doing a real good job of, really adjusting and making some calls that we needed to make. But we went into the ball game tonight, and that was our focal point. I don't know how many yards we ended up running two fullbacks tonight, and I don't know how many yards they had, but they both had, I think both of them may have been over 100 yards. But I thought our offensive line played much more physical. Defensively, we had a couple of mental lapses during the ball game, but by and large, I thought we played pretty solid on defense all night.
Well, that win for you this evening really keeps you in the mix for a first-round home playoff game in Class 5A Region 7.
Yeah, and I mean, again, we need to take care of business next week with Douglas. And I know they've been a little bit down this fall, but Coach Lyles does a good job with his group, and I know they'll be fired up. They had an off week tonight, so I'm sure they've been spending a little bit extra time, getting ready for us. But they're a tough physical bunch, and it's going to certainly they're going to test us a bit, big time next week. But it'll be a big win, and we can take care of that. We'll be in good shape.
Chris Bell joining us, head coach of the Scottsboro Wildcats. His team victorious tonight, 41-21. Coach, congratulations on the win. Best of luck next week against Douglas, and then you're going to really test your team by stepping out of region and taking on the top-ranked team in 3A, Mars Hill.
Yeah, I'm not sure who who the scheduler was that thought that was a good idea, but I need to punch him in the mouth, and that's one of those deals where you think, this will be fun, and then you're thinking, Lord have mercy, what are we getting ourselves into? But no, it'll be fun. I think it'll be a good challenge for us. As far as getting us ready for the playoffs, I know they're going to be a physical bunch. I know that the old Wing team up there, and they're going to test us for sure. And I'm hoping we come out of that thing healthy and able. Of course, we got them and then Decatur, so we when I was scheduling this thing, I didn't do myself any favors.
Well, battle tested. Just keep that in mind, Coach.
Absolutely.
Battle tested.
Absolutely.
Congratulations on the win once again, and best of luck.
Scott, I appreciate it. Y'all take care.
Thanks. Chris Bell with us, Scottsboro Wildcat head coach, kind enough to join us on the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show Hotline. All right. I tell you what, we said this was going to be a quick segment. It's like a 2-minute offense right there. We found the end zone. So let's get a break in. When we come back, we're going to put it up one more time. We'll run on down all the scores. It's our fourth quarter of the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by the Huntsville Sports Commission.
I'm attorney Gary Lackey. If you've been injured and need a lawyer right now, do you know who you really get?
I'm attorney Jennifer Lackey. You want to talk to your lawyer. My clients talk to me.
And me. I'm attorney Justin Lackey. We're the ones that you talk to.
And we're the ones who handle your personal injury case.
And we'll take care of it.
The Lackey Law Firm. 1-800-4RIGHTS.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
The state's largest orthopedic group is growing to meet the needs of the patients in our community. The Orthopedic Center has long been the most trusted name in orthopedics in North Alabama. So as our area continues on the fast track, so does the need for premier orthopedic care anywhere and anytime you need it. TOC is proud to announce the opening of our new locations in Albertville and Hampton Cove, along with the grand opening of our newest office in Decatur. These clinics will offer the same high-quality orthopedic care you have come to associate with TOC, with the convenience of being closer to home. As a patient, your time is your most precious asset, and we recognize that at TOC. That's why we are also proud to announce the opening of our urgent ortho clinics to handle those bumps and bruises that need prompt attention. These clinics are available to care for acute orthopedic injuries with no appointment necessary. With 38 physicians, 20 centers of excellence, and now more than a dozen locations to serve you, TOC will continue to be the name you turn to for the best orthopedic care at the right time. Visit our website at visittoc.com for more information. TOC, helping you live a better life.
The Huntsville Sports Commission is driven by you, driven by those with grit, determination, and a goal to succeed. This is why we do what we do. The Huntsville Sports Commission promotes an enhanced quality of life in the Huntsville area through sports. We work hard to make sure those who come to Huntsville to compete have all they need to be the best they can be. The Huntsville Sports Commission. We do sports. Find out more at huntsvillesports.org.
Are you in the market for a recreational vehicle? Do you want to get out and see more of this beautiful country? Well, imagine hearing the laughter of your little ones enjoying gooey s'mores by a cozy campfire and making lasting memories with your friends and family from the comfort of a new camper. We can make your dreams come true at Hall's RV. With over 15 years in the camping business, we know how to get our customers into the perfect camper. We have several models and floor plans here for you to choose from, both new and used. We're family owned and operated with fantastic deals and great service. Everyone wants to work with people they can trust, so come on down to Hall's RV and get the deal of a lifetime. We'll treat you right and get you on the road in the camper of your dreams. Visit us on Highway 431 in Albertville. Hall's RVs, where we sell fun. Or see us on the web at www.hallsrvsales.com. Scoreboard.com.
It's time to get ready for game day. That means Alabama football and tailgating. Whether you're tailgating at home or at Bryant-Denny, visit Brooks & Collier for North Alabama's largest selection of premium grills and smokers like Big Green Egg, Blaze, Delta Heat, Memphis, and Traeger. Satisfy any palate with our wall of rubs and seasonings. For all your tailgating needs, visit Brooks & Collier at 813 Meridian Street or at brooksandcollier.com. An Alabama tradition for over 75 years. Roll Tide.
This will turn journalism on its ear.
Watch our stream on WZZN TV on Twitch and YouTube.
But you are the greatest hero in American history.
We are 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Welcome back, Talking Ball 97.7 ESPN. Well, I just said Talking Ball 97.7 ESPN The Zone. I am so relaxed and comfortable. I just did the morning show.
It's okay.
I just did the morning show. Welcome back to the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by the Huntsville Sports Commission. It is week 8, and I did it. That's the first time I've done it in 8 weeks. All right, let's go Class 5A Region 8 scores for you. East Limestone, Lawrence County, a 43-22 winner over East Limestone. West Point, a 21-14 winner over Ardmore. Fairview, 8th-ranked Fairview blanking Brewer tonight, 39-0. We mentioned Class 5A Region 7. We just had Chris Bell on from Scottsboro, 41-21. Scottsboro winner. Arab over Boaz, 63-35. Class 5A Region 6, Moody blanking St. Clair. Moody, of course, 5th-ranked, 60-0. Springville, 38-20 over Lincoln. Class 5A Region 4, Valley over Tallahassee, 48-14. Central of Clay County, the 3rd-ranked Central of Clay County, a 48-0 winner over Sylacauga. And Elmore County gets by Beauregard tonight, 27-7. Let's run down real fast. I do want to get Class 4A Region 7 in here real fast. It was East Lawrence over Wilson, 34-28. 5th-ranked West Morgan, 42-7 over West Limestone. Brooks over Rogers, 28-14. And Deschler over Central Florence, 57-47. Let's go out to the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. And let's focus on Class 6A Region 8. His team took a big step in the right direction when you're looking at getting a playoff berth tonight. Buckhorn head coach Matt Patterson kind enough to join us tonight. Coach, a 34-22 win over Lee, and that was a big one.
Huge win for our team and our kids, and homecoming here tonight. A bunch of alumni back. I don't have the words to tell you how proud I am of the kids and their fight and their grit and their effort tonight against a really, really good Lee team.
What kind of stood out to you tonight, Coach?
Shamari and Landrum, Yaya Landrum had a huge night. I think he finished with 160 on 3 touchdowns. He took the first play of the game to the house, 50-yard touchdown. It kind of set the tone for us. But dang, Lee fought, and they had some big plays in the first half. We led 24-22 at the half, and our defense kind of, stepped up big in the second half, made some huge stops, and our O-line put it on ice in the fourth quarter with probably about a 6 to 7 minute drive. We ended in a field goal, but it put us up 12 with about 2:20 to go.
Defensively, Coach, taking on Lee, you're going to get a full dose of Carlin Long. He had his moments in this one, but how were you guys able to contain the Lee offense, especially there in the second half?
Well, I think our kids were sick and tired of hearing me talk about Carlin Long and how good he was, and he is. He's one of the best running backs I've seen in North Alabama in many, 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 many years. I rank him up there with the Asa Martins and of the world, and our guys just accepted the challenge. I guess I made them mad. And
you only hold Lee to 39 yards of total offense in the second half, Coach.
Well, they got after it, and some big second half adjustments by our staff, and I just tickled to death with the win for our school and our program. But we can enjoy it for about 24 hours. We got a huge game next Friday night at Fort Payne, and that's going to be a huge challenge again to load up and go on the road and try to get it done for another week.
Well, at the end of the night, you're victorious tonight, and you can celebrate that one for 24 hours. 34-22, Buckhorn over Lee. Coach, congratulations, and that puts you right there in the mix for a home playoff game in Class 6A Region 8.
That's us and Fort Payne will probably battle it out for the 2 and the 3 next week. I haven't really looked at the region standings, but I know if we win next Friday night, we'll host in the first round, and that hasn't been done here in many, many moons. So that'd be big for the Buckhorn community.
All right, Coach, congratulations. Enjoy this one.
Thanks, Scott.
All right, Matt Patterson, Buckhorn head coach. All right, let's get out there one more time real fast. Clock is running on us. He was on the call for the Huntsville audience on 97.7 ESPN, the Zone 3. Randolph on the road tonight at DAR. The Raiders set a school record for points in this one as they get the win tonight, 75-13. We talked about it before. Priceville falls to North Jackson, 40-8. So at the end of the night, Randolph has a shot to be at home for round 1 of the playoffs, thanks to that win tonight and the Priceville loss. Judy Armin, kind enough to join us.
Yeah, what's going on, Scott? I know the show's winding down. We just got off the bus. 75-13, school record for points for the Raiders tonight. Also a school record with 6 interceptions. Graham Beatty scored 3 different ways. Interception returns on a screen pass and on a run. 2 touchdowns, one on defense, 1 on offense for Hunter Wiggins. William Collins with a big night running the football as well. It was a great team win. 3 touchdown passes for William Mitchell. His brother Walker gets 2 interceptions in the second half. It was just a great team performance over a young, scrappy DAR squad. But, yeah, like you said, the biggest shocker was North Jackson going to Priceville and winning. JP2 routing New Hope. So the region standings just got really interesting in 4A Region 8. But right now, the Raiders control their own destiny for that 2 spot, which would give them another home game at Sports Medfield. Their last home regular season game next week with the New Hope Indians coming to town.
All right, Judy Armin, kind enough to join us for a minute. Thank you, Drew, there. Wow, we tried to cram in as much as we could in 60 minutes. Yeah, we didn't have enough time. We had Coach Patterson on. I didn't get to tell him that he needs to speed up his games to give us more time.
Hurry up offense there, Coach.
Yes. You need to tell your quarterback and your offensive coordinator, hey, look, the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show powered by the Huntsville Sports Commission. He needs to say that whole entire thing there
the
to his
interns
team.
got too full on pizza. That's the problem.
Yeah, well, the interns are very full on pizza tonight. They are stuffed. They I don't know. We only have about 15 of them in the building tonight.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing, let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
This is Wes Neighbors sitting here with Stan McDonald. Stan, tell everybody why you're the best damn dirt lawyer in North Alabama.
Yes, Wes, at Jacob Title and the Stanton Law Firm. You know I'm a dirt lawyer, and a lot of our friends know that, which means we specialize in real estate. Now, if you own real estate or you're buying it or you're selling it, you need to do a closing, but a lot of times there's legal issues associated with that. We're a great group to talk to. My son, Lewis McDonald, heads our commercial closing division, and we approach your real estate needs very seriously. We seek to be the premier real estate closing company in North Alabama, and we do it in such a way it shows that we're experienced, we're for your success. We like to handle your real estate needs the same way Coach Dan Reeves used to say, never let them see you sweat, and that's going to be to your benefit, too, when you visit us at Jacob Title and the Stanton Law Firm. Our website online is jacobtitle.com.
Alumni Hall is the ultimate shopping experience for Alabama and Auburn fans. Located right here in Huntsville, come shop the best selection of officially licensed apparel, accessory, and gifts. Alumni Hall has the newest products from Nike, Under Armour, Yeti, New Era, Champion, Columbia, Southern Tide, Peter Millar, and more. And you can earn cash back with their Hall Pass rewards. Alumni Hall, located in the Bridge Street Shopping Center, or shop anytime at alumnihall.com. Alumni Hall, where fans shop. Look the part. Go to Alumni Hall.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Right now, Helena is the leader. They're the clear leader of the pack. And so last night's game, in our opinion, was who was going to step up and provide some type of challenge to Helena and the fact that they're undefeated in the region right now. And you know, going in, you felt like Benjamin Russell was probably the favorite to win that game, but Pelham definitely had a chance in the game and had their opportunities in the game. But Benjamin Russell just too much at home, and I think they definitely are one of the top teams in that region. So there's still a lot of things to be decided. But I think last night you had a little bit of separation. Benjamin Russell picking up that huge win over Pelham, which drops Pelham down to 1-3 in the region, and Benjamin Russell still only with that one region loss. They still got a shot at that region championship.
Yeah, 41-14, the final last night. This Benjamin Russell team's interesting. They cracked the top 10, I think, second week of the year this year. And they had a couple of pretty disappointing losses, one out of region, one in region to Homewood. Of course, Central Clay County, there's no shame in that. The Homewood game, I think, kind of caught everybody by surprise. Since then, though, and I don't know if you guys talked about it on the broadcast, but they've made some changes to put more size on the defensive line. Did you see a defensive line that you believe they can win with going forward? Because Homewood and Central of Clay County really kind of had their way with the running game earlier this year.
Yeah, and I think you just hit on what you said about the Homewood loss. I think that's the one that stings them the most. That's the one that when you talk to their coaching staff, they talk about the disappointment and how they played in that game. But, you know, Benjamin Russell's got a lot of tradition. Traditionally, it's a very, physical football team that you play when you take on Benjamin Russell. And they feel like they were not that team earlier in the year, and they're trying to get back to it. And I think last night they showed that because they did dominate the game up front. They put a lot of pressure on Pelham. The big problem Pelham had in the game was they had trouble giving their quarterback, Clayton Maines, much time to operate, because when he had time, he was effective, but they just put a lot of pressure on him. And I think there's no doubt that Benjamin Russell feels good about how they're playing in the trenches right now. And when it comes to skill players, you know, they've got the Benton kid at quarterback, and then if anyone watched the game, it's obvious what they've got in Malcolm Simmons. He is an Auburn commit. He is a young man that could have gone just about to any college in the country. And he showed last night why he is considered such a top-level recruit, because he really was the difference maker in that game in the first half.
And Gabe Benton, you mentioned the quarterback at Benjamin Russell. He's got a lot of the tools, right? He's got size, athletic ability, big arm.
Yeah, he is. He's the total package. You know, I'm really impressed with his size. He's listed on the roster at 6'3", 210. He almost looks a little bigger when you see him on the field. Very calm, cool, quarterback. He doesn't get rattled. He's got a good arm. He's got good legs. He didn't really have to use them much last night in that game, but he did a couple of times and used them very effectively. But yeah, he's been a 3-year starter there. He's definitely a key part of their team if they're going to make any kind of playoff run, because, obviously Malcolm Simmons is a playmaker, and then they've got a really good defensive playmaker as well in Jai Hicks, the middle linebacker. And then if Benton can play well in the postseason for them, they've got a real shot.
Mickey Shadrick's play-by-play voice for the AHSAA TV Network Game of the Week. It was Benjamin Russell 41 and Pelham 14 last night. Mickey, thank you for the time. We'll catch up with you next week.
Thank you.
All right, let's get into scores on the fours. It's brought to you by Wickedly Delicious Wickles Pickles. Andy, the 2A Top 10.
Number 1, B.B. Comer over Thorsby, 35-13. Number 2, Highland Home defeated Barber County 39-0. It was number 3, Pisgah over North Sand Mountain, 54-13. Number 4, Fife defeated Sandrock 47-0. Number 5, Reeltown 48, Horseshoe Bend 6. Number 6, Sulligent 48, Lamar County 6. Number 7, Cottonwood defeated GW Long 48-15. Number 8, Locust Fork defeated Southeastern 49-0. Number 9, Luverne was upset by Goshen 27-9. At least that was the last score that we had. Number 10, Tanner defeated Lexington 64-34.
Other 2A scores as Pike Liberal Arts defeats Liberty County, Florida 17-14. Clark County over JU Blackshear 27-0. Washington County over Francis Marion 20-16. Ayrton over Abbeville 54-20. Zion Chapel over Geneva County 18-0. Wicksburg over Sampson 49-0. Lynette over Lafayette 41-12. Fayetteville over Central Coosa 50-8. Isabella over Ranburne 29-25. It was Vincent over Woodland 41-7. Aliceville over Cold Spring 64-14. Tuscaloosa Academy over Winston County 35-7. West End over Holly Pond 44-24. Collinsville over Eider 54-0. It was Section over Whitesburg Christian 21-20. Red Bay over Falkville 44-14. And Hatton over Sheffield 54-26. Scores on the fours brought to you by Wickedly Delicious Wickles Pickles. We'll talk a little 1A ball. Elba and Georgiana coming up next.
$500 over invoice now at Tony Sarah Ford. Every new Ford on the lot, $500 over invoice when you trade in finance with Tony Sarah Ford, plus 3.9% financing for 72 months. Save thousands on new F-150s and more, all backed by Sarah's lifetime warranty. No charge. Every new Ford, $500 over invoice at Tony Sarah Ford. In Sylacauga, TonySarahFord.com.
Jackson Drugs on Cherokee Road in Alexander City is ready to kick the football season off. Auburn plates, towels, earrings, bracelets, picture frames and cups, Alabama trays, cups, plates, game day t-shirts and bags for both teams. Hey, Georgia Bulldog fans, we've got you covered too. Drop in today and check out our gift shop. Go team!
Serving East Central Alabama since 2005, we are Coosa Valley Respiratory and Home Medical of Sylacauga. Coosa Valley Respiratory has medical equipment and supplies, including oxygen to home ventilation services. We carry a full line of bracing, power chairs, scooters, and more. And when you trust Coosa Valley Respiratory, you are dealing with local people that care about your well-being. Providing quality home care for our community, Coosa Valley Respiratory and Home Medical, 201 West Fort William, Sylacauga. Give us a call at 256-245-1411.
Have you stopped by Lifesavers Mission Thrift Store lately? If you haven't, you should. You'll find great pieces for your favorite do-it-yourself project. Lightly used name brand clothing by Free People, North Face, Matilda Jane, Patagonia, and a whole lot more. And while you're there, don't miss the shoes, decorative pieces, classic and new books, and Auburn and Alabama gear that won't cost you a fortune. So stop and shop at Lifesavers Mission Thrift Store today for a unique thrift experience that won't break the budget. Lifesavers Mission Thrift, located on East University behind Zaxby's.
The all-new Triple R Cafe in Rockford is open and the place for true Southern-style cooking. Open Tuesday through Saturday in downtown Rockford on US 231. The Triple R Cafe serves up true Southern cooking with a meat and 3 for lunch. And on Friday and Saturday, get the best dinners in the area with fresh from the garden vegetables. Gulf-style scallops and shrimp, and Bayou-style alligator. Central Alabama's new place for Southern-style cooking with a down-home atmosphere. That's the all-new Triple R Cafe in downtown Rockford.
The Alex City Parks and Rec Department serves the residents of Alexander City with quality facilities and programs designed to positively affect the lives of the citizens. From youth sports programs to adult activities and our senior center, the Alex City Parks and Rec offers services for all ages. The Cooper Rec Center, Lake Winds Golf Course, and the Senior Activity Center are just some of the great features the Alex City Parks and Rec Department provides for the people of Alex City. For more information on any of our programs, call 256-329-6736.
And welcome back to the AHSA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. JJ and Andy with you as we are efforting to reach Ricky Mullers of the Elba Clipper and WVVL Radio, where he had 1A number 2 Elba versus number 8 Georgiana. Tonight, Elba with a big win there, 38-6 over Georgiana. That's another one of those, kind of a semi-close by rivalry sort of thingies.
Georgiana came in the game 5-0 in region play.
Yeah, it looked really, really strong coming into there.
Elba
but Elba
be pretty doggone good.
Elba's very, very good. And we're still efforting a score on Sweetwater and Keith. So if anybody wants to hit us up on Facebook on that one, we'd love to know about it. All right, let's get into the score of the night. We're going to read it as scores on the fours here in a minute. But I think we got to talk about this one, Andy.
New nominee for Game of the Week.
Yeah, do you? Okay. I think I have a final, okay, on Sweetwater Keith. 27-7 Sweetwater. Okay. In 1A, number 9 Coosa Christian had gotten off to I believe, a 4-1 start. And then were discovered to have, what was that? We got Ricky? Okay. You know what? We'll get to that in a minute. Let's get Ricky on. Hey, Ricky Mullers, how you doing?
Hey, man, doing good. How are you doing?
Good. Ricky's here from the Elba Clipper, WVVL Radio, where he had Elba and Georgiana tonight. We were just talking about Georgiana at 5-0 and in region looking pretty good in region play, and then, man, they run into Elba. Elba's something else when they get rolling.
Yeah, Georgiana had shut out their last 5 opponents.
Yeah.
And Elba scored on their first 4 possessions. They were up 28-6 at the half and went up 38-6 in the third. And then we had some heavy fog and dew and rain came in, and nobody could do much in the fourth quarter. But it was a big win for sure because Georgiana came in with a lot of credentials and flying high. And if they'd have won, they'd have pretty much wrapped up the region. But Elba does what Elba does pretty well, which is run the football. Alvin Henderson had 221 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Wow.
Can you talk about some of the other players that stood out in this game?
Sir?
Can you talk about some of the other guys that stood out in the game?
Okay, Caden Atkins is probably as dominating on defense as Alvin Henderson is on offense, if you can believe that. He's a big 6'3" linebacker, and he also rushed for 72 yards. He gets the ball on traps just to keep people honest with him. And our quarterback, Braden Johnson, had a touchdown. He had a 13-yard touchdown run. Those 3 guys together rushed for 332 yards.
Ricky, let me ask you about Elba's
three-prong attack,
Yeah, let me ask you about Elba's offensive line. We find in the smaller classifications, you see this a lot of times with a team like Fife, Mars Hill, and you'll see a team in a smaller classification with a big offensive line. And that's is Elba blessed with a big offensive line?
Unbalanced line every play with 2 tackles on the same side.
Okay.
And the center is about 190. The guard on that side is 270.
Yeah.
And the 2